Democrat socialists continue their anti-cop policies all over the United States. Police officers are being unfairly called racist. They're being defunded and maligned. This has sparked a large number of officer retirements across the country, and some officers are taking their own lives. Earlier this week, NYPD Deputy Inspector Dennis Mullaney fatally shot himself in the head while still inside his department vehicle. This marked the first police suicide this year in the Empire State. Joining me now, former NYPD Commissioner Bernie Kerik and former Sheriff of Milwaukee County, Wisconsin, Sheriff David Clarke. Gentlemen, it's always a pleasure to talk with you both. Sheriff, we'll start with you. There are real-world consequences as the left goes on these attacks against those who keep the peace and enforce our laws, no?
No, it rips your heart out when you hear this sort of thing, but suicide among police officers has been rising for the last 3, 4, 5 years. With no real answer. When I mean answers, where are the calls for more money for mental health for police officers? And I'm talking about before they go to that dark, lonely place in their minds to take their own life. You don't hear from them. Where are the mental health advocacies? They're all over the United States. You don't hear any of them stepping up. There was a Milwaukee police officer last year who called the local television station before he took his own life. And he left a recording and he blamed it on the cop bashing that's been going on. These people are under siege, the cops. They're overworked. They're overstressed, working a lot of overtime, not a lot of time off. Their quality of life right now with this war on cops is horrible.
Bernie, I know this story hits very close home to you being the former commissioner. What are your thoughts?
Well, first, my thoughts and prayers goes out to the family of the deputy inspector, but the sheriff is right. You know, the men and women in law enforcement in this country, they go out every day and do a job that most people wouldn't have the courage to do. They're berated in the streets these days, not only by many in the public, but by their own city council members, their own mayors, their own governors. We've seen this increasing over the last several years. The stress of being a cop normally is extremely stressful. It's extremely difficult. But I have to tell you, based on what we've seen, and I think the sheriff would agree, based on what we've seen over the last several years where government agencies and governors and mayors and city council members berate and attack the cops, there's never been stress like this in law enforcement that I've seen in the last 30 years.
Right, and the genesis of a lot of that unfair criticism, 99.9% of it belongs to the Democrat Socialist Party. Bernie, I'm going to stick with you because you've been all over this story basically from the beginning, the Hunter Biden laptop story, and that's come back into the news. Here was Mr. Hunter Biden's latest comments on that on CBS. Watch.
Was that your laptop?
For real, I don't know.
I know, but you know
that's
this is.
I really don't know.
Okay.
The answer is.
You don't know yes or no if the laptop
I don't have
was
any
yours.
idea. I have no idea.
So could have been yours.
Of course, certainly. There could be a laptop out there that was stolen from me. There could be that I was hacked. It could be that it was Russian intelligence.
And you didn't drop off a laptop to be repaired in Delaware?
Not that I remember at all.
All right, Bernie, you allege that Mr. Biden there is not telling the truth. First off, explain that, and then how do you know he's not telling the truth?
Well, because the repair shop owner presented the receipt that was given to him when he dropped it off. And if you look at the signature on that page, I think it's R.H. Biden. You can see, you know, and his real name is Robert Hunter Biden. The repair shop owner says it was Hunter Biden that dropped it off. Hunter Biden's material was on it. You know, 40, 50,000 photos, another 100,000 emails and documents. You know, that stuff was real. I saw the hard drive. I saw mostly everything on it. I didn't see everything on it, but what I saw was outrageous criminality with regard to SEC violations, fraud, and other things.
Well, let me ask you about the signature really quickly before we get to Sheriff Clarke on a theme that I'm seeing here. Has the signature been verified as Mr. Hunter Biden's through forensic analysis? Do we know that yet?
No, we don't know. We do know that the FBI has that material. The document that you have, I know they have it.
Okay, understood. Now, Sheriff Clarke, there's also this bizarre incident with a gun that allegedly belonged to Hunter Biden. Among various alleged violations, there's a focus on the ATF forms that he filled out to attain this gun. Allegations are that he wasn't truthful on this form, and that's a crime. Yet no action seems to be taken on Mr. Biden, the occupier of the Oval Office's son. Are we seeing a pattern here with Hunter Biden and his ability to basically get in trouble with the law and just have it shoved aside?
Without a doubt. How do I know that Hunter Biden is lying? His lips are moving. The guy's an habitual liar. And as you indicated on that form, I think it's 4473, question 21C says, are you a habitual abuser of illegal narcotics? And he answered no when at least the last part of his life, the last half of his life, is full of illegal drug use and addiction. He was discharged from the Navy, and other than honorable discharge, for drug abuse. So when you look at this, and you're right, where's the prosecution? Where's the investigation for lying on that firearms form? Yet the Democrats are running around talking about we need stricter gun control laws. No, we don't. We need to prosecute the people who are violating the laws that are already in place.
Amen to that. Bernie Kerik, Sheriff David Clarke, always a pleasure, gentlemen. Thank you very much for your time.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, where real news for real people.